Hello, everyone. This is Negina Skandari, and I have 5 years experience as a SQL engineer. Today, I want to talk about databases for you. Actually, it's a systematic and organized collection of structured information or data that stores data electronically in a computer system. Why do we use that? Because we can make data management easier. For example, you have a site and you want to keep all the information needed in future. You organize data and keep them in a database. Which data which are useful in future? For example, in your site, you should keep all informations of people, phone number, contact details, orders, or if you have a company, you should store informations of employees, suppliers, sales orders, costs, revenues, or if you have a hospital, you should keep all the information of patients, doctors, nurses, disease, duration of disease, and etc. Okay, what is relational database? As you can guess from the name of it, it includes several tables in one database that they are connected to each other by one arrow. As you can see here, they are connected or related with each other by one arrow. For example, there is one row in both tables that are the same. So we can use that connector to know that they are related to each other. As you can see here, there are 3 tables in one database. We use tables to just categorize all the information. For example, you can insert all the information of customers here. Which information of one customer is needed, whatever you think. And you can get the information from your customers, actually. For example, their ID isn't necessary to be their exact ID number. It can be inserted by yourself. But if you insert that number, this one is unique for that customer. And when you, for example, insert that ID, you can see that exact customer. So this one is just special for one customer. Because it's just for one customer, you can consider it as a primary key. And after that, we can if you're interested in knowing their name, their last name, their age, gender, order ID, address. Without having these 3 ones, we can't have a good table. That's why we have to insert those items. But for gender, age, order ID, address, it's not necessary that customer fill them. So when we want to create that table, it's okay if the customer doesn't insert those informations. What about order ID? Order ID is the same here and here in order ID, but in orders table, it's necessary to be filled. That's why we set it as primary key, as you can see the picture of it. But in customer's ID, maybe one customer orders several items, maybe she doesn't or he doesn't. But with order ID, we can connect these 2 tables. So in customer's ID, we can consider order ID as a foreign key. So foreign means this key isn't here. It's in another table, but we are using it. With this order ID in both tables, we can connect them with each other. Okay, what is RDBMS? It's abbreviation of Relational Database Management System, and it stores, manage, query, retrieve data stores in a relational database. It's a kind of management system that provides an interface between users and applications and databases. And what is ORDBMS? As the name is clear, it's Object Relational Database Management System. What is the difference between ORDBMS and RDBMS? The difference is just this one, that ORDBMS support object-oriented more than RDBMS. every like aspect are the same except object-oriented, that just ORDBMS has it. And there are some database softwares that support RDBMS. There are the other ones that support ORDBMS. For example, Microsoft SQL Server is used for storing, managing, and retrieving data of databases and support RDBMS. But for example, Oracle or PostgreSQL support object-oriented as well. Okay, we start finding out about databases with tables. Every database here has several tables. One table, as I said, customized just for one category. For example, just for customers. They include some informations, and when we are creating one table, it asks us the name of every row. They include ID, name, last name, and type of them. For example, ID just include numbers or text as well. So we say just integers, just numbers, and it's primary key as well, and it should be filled. It shouldn't be null because we can find information of every customer just by ID. It should be here. But for order ID, the type is int and it's foreign key and allowed null. Yes, we can fill it. We cannot. It's okay. That's it.